Hi there everyone, welcome back to Mrs. B's Book Club. So, I am going to go back to Julia Donaldson again today, but there's something different about this Julia Donaldson book that I'm going to read because it doesn't rhyme. Now, all of the ones we've done so far have been rhyming books, but this one doesn't. I've got to admit this is a new book that I have never done before, but I had a flick through and a little read and it seems like a really good one. So today's book is called Spinderella. I wonder what kind of creature Spinderella is. She's got 8 legs, she's got a hairy body, and it looks like she can make a web. That's right, she's a spider. So let's read this story of Spinderella by Julia Donaldson, all about spiders. The children of Scuttleton Primary School were eating their dinner. Fish fingers, potatoes and peas. High up above them, the spiders of Scuttleton Primary School were eating their dinner. Flies, flies and flies. How many flies have we got today, Mum? Asked Spinderella, the smallest spider. Lots, said Mum. Loads, said her brothers and sisters. That's not a number, complained Spinderella. Never mind about numbers, eat up your flies, said Mum. After dinner, the children went out to play football. The spiders swung down to watch. What a tackle, they cried, and yippee! The children scored goal after goal. How many goals is that, Mum? asked Spinderella. Lots, said Mum. Loads, said her brothers and sisters. Spinderella sighed. What a family. How will I ever learn about numbers? When the children had gone home, Spinderella said, Why don't we play football? Don't be silly, said her biggest brother, Speedy. We haven't got a ball, said her second biggest brother, Scrabble. I can see a pea on the floor, said Spinderella. We can use that. Mum chose Speedy and Scrabble as the captains of each team. Nearly all the spiders decided to join Speedy's team because he was the fastest runner. Speedy's team scored all the goals. It's not fair, the spiders on Scrabble's team shouted. Yes it is, you're just jealous, shouted the spiders on Speedy's team. But to make things worse, the spiders hurt their legs kicking the pea. Before long they were all quarrelling, moaning and kicking each other instead of the pea, and Mum had to blow her whistle. How many spiders should we have on each team, Mum? asked Spinderella. Lots, said Mum. Loads, said her brothers and sisters. I think both teams should have the same number, said Spinderella. But her brothers and sisters all turned on her. Down with numbers, they yelled. The next morning, Spinderella woke early. She felt sad. I wish I could learn about numbers, she sighed. And so you shall, came a loud voice. Spinderella spun around and saw an enormous hairy spider. Who are you? said Spinderella. I am your hairy godmother, said the enormous spider. Follow me. Spinderella scuttled after her, out of the dinner hall, along a corridor, into a classroom, and up to the ceiling. Spinderella looked down and saw a teacher come into the classroom with a pile of football bibs. Keep your eyes and your ears open, said the hairy godmother, and in a flash she was gone. Now, I want you to count yourselves, said the teacher. There should be 20 of you, but let's check. Then came the most wonderful sound. The children took turns to shout out a number from 1 to 20. Spinderella swung joyfully backwards and forwards in time to the counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The teacher gave out the football bibs. Put them on and find the others with the same colour, he said. Soon there were 2 groups of children. How many in each team? Asked the teacher. The children counted again. 10 reds, said a girl in red. 10 blues, said a boy in blue. The same number, shouted Spinderella. She was so excited that she let go of her thread. Look, a spider! Squash it! Screamed someone. Spinderella froze in terror. Let's put it out of the window, said the teacher. And he did. Suddenly Spinderella was outside. I'm lost, she wailed. I'll never see my mum again. But then she turned round and spotted 2 football goals. I know where I am now, she said. She scuttled round the outside of the school, in through the open window of the dinner hall, and up to the web. Hello, Mum. I can count up to 20, she said. Never mind about that. Eat up your flies, said Mum. I'm going to count them first, said Spinderella. And she did. I've got 14 flies, she told her brothers and sisters. So what, they said. Down with numbers. Up with flies and football. That night the spiders decided to play football again. Mum, said Spinderella, I've been counting. There are 10 of us, so we need 5 spiders on each side. Some of the spiders muttered, Down with numbers! But Mum shut them up. Spinderella sorted them into 2 teams of 5. She was in Scrabble's team, and she also helped Mum to keep the score. This time no one quarrelled or kicked each other, and at half-time each team had scored 3 goals. But still the spiders kept hurting their spindly legs, kicking the pea. I wish we had some football boots, sighed Spinderella. And so you shall, came a voice. It was the hairy godmother again. How many boots do you each need, she asked. Lots, said Mum. Loads, said Spinderella's brothers and sisters. That's not good enough, said the hairy godmother. I need to have a number. 8, shouted Spinderella. We've each got 8 legs, so we each need 8 boots. Done, said the hairy godmother. There was a flash, and there on the floor were 10 little piles of boots. Each pile had 8 boots in it. The spiders put them on and laced them up. Then they had a wonderful second half. They scored goal after goal, and the hairy godmother clapped and clapped. With only a minute left to go, each team had scored 8 goals. It's going to be a draw, muttered Spinderella. But just then the ball came her way, and she gave it an almighty kick. Spinderella had scored the winning goal. All the spiders ran up to her. They picked her up, and all together they cheered, Up with Spinderella! Up with numbers! The end. I really enjoyed that one. It was different because it didn't rhyme, but I really liked that story because I like numbers too. There's lots of activities we could do after reading this book. So boys and girls, let's have 3 questions and see if you were listening carefully. Question number 1. In the book, it said that the spiders, all the brothers and sisters, were quarrelling. What does quarrelling mean? Have you thought about it? It says, before long they were all quarrelling, moaning and kicking each other. So quarrelling means that they were arguing, they were falling out and not being kind. But I think sometimes brothers and sisters do quarrel and fall out when they can't share. Okay, question number 2. Why is Spinderella called Spinderella? And what does Spinderella sound like? Let's see. It's because Spinderella sounds like the character Cinderella, and Cinderella had a fairy godmother, but Spinderella has a hairy godmother. So she's called Spinderella because she's a little bit like Cinderella, isn't she? I love that name. And did you notice all of her brothers and sisters, their names all began with S for spider too. There was Speedy and there was Scrabble. Okay, question number 3. Can you remember how many children were in the teacher's class? They all shouted out a number. How many were there? Can you remember? I remember. There were 20 children. So you can count along with me now. We'll count up the children and then we'll count backwards. Let's see if you can do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Shall we see if we can go backwards? This is really tricky. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I know my class like to say blast off. So I hope you said blast off that time. I really hope you enjoyed that different Julia Donaldson story. It's a really, really good one that. I enjoyed that. I will see you in a couple of days for a new story. Goodbye everyone.